High power alchemists get in the building. Courtside seats with Tahuti. We live. We just getting started. Hit that like, hit that subscribe button. This is for my late night alchemists. So we only need 11 people to show up, and then we can get started. Yo, for my late night owls, we're gonna put this together for you. Courtside seats with Tahuti. Shout out Mark and his daughter who built this chessboard for me right here. We're going to have to use this thing in some alchemy. See the gold flakes in there? We're going to be having her Instagram and the link. She make this stuff. So the stuff you're going to see, she make this. Check this out, man. This is Josh and Boaz. This is the time, the sun. Check it out. Because keep in mind, anything that stands a thing stands a representation of a thing. So you can make this right here piece stand in representation of the sun. You can make these pieces stand in representation of cities, whatever you want in your alchemy. Some people are scared of this shit. They say it's witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but this high power shit we about to do right here. We're about to show you first courtside seats. But you got Tahuti standing by taking notes. Keep in mind, all high power alchemists always take notes. And you take notes by asking. Sometimes you gotta ask questions, right? You gotta ask questions. Sometimes, so you know what I'm saying, you see Tahuti, he always got a notepad writing shit down because he always take notes. All high power alchemists always take notes. Keep in mind, we clean this surface right here with bleach. You know what I'm saying? Bleach is alkaline. Keep in mind, we're dealing with acidic and alkaline. These two posts also stands for alkaline acidics. And then this counter burner stands for, like I say, the sun in representation of time, which is this incense burner. Because the incense eventually burns out. So time eventually has to go out. But it still will exist on a lower frequencies. Time don't exist when you get to past the sixth dimension. In hyperspace, they say the speed of light, right? 100 and some 80 some thousand, right? You get on with 88 terahertz, 888 terahertz of frequency when they begin to tap out. But we go all the way to yottabytes. So we just want to show you that. And this right here is the grid. This is the grid that she sent me. All right, so that's how we do this. We're gonna set up this right here to be the east, because the sun rises in the east. Right? See what else we got? This represents the west. Right? This represents the South Pole. And then this is the North Pole. So now we got our grid set up. Hey, Tahuti's standing by taking notes. Hey, Rod, Tahuti's standing by taking notes. Hey, Mark, Tahuti's standing by taking notes. This is my first setup right here for you to show you publicly how we do this. That we real high power alchemists, right? Now, we got several. We're gonna set up the pyramid, the gold pyramid in the middle. Now, keep in mind, this is live courtside seats with Tahuti. You know what I'm saying? And the young L. Little Tahuti. They call me Little Tahuti, right? So they get them. All right, we got that pyramid. Now, we set another pyramid there. And keep in mind, we got to control center square. In this game, it's all about controlling center square. He who controls center square controls the game. Shout out Raziel. He who controls center square controls the game. So now we got the three pyramids, the three great pyramids in Giza. We got the North Pole, the South Pole. You see it. We're setting it up for you. Now, we also gonna lock in the grid. Keep in mind, this crystal pyramid also represents the pyramid in the Bermuda, right? And this gold pyramid also in the middle represent the pyramid in the center of the earth. And we're gonna lock in this grid. Now, keep in mind, shout out Mark Cooper and his daughter. Like I say, his daughter built all this whole grid for me and sent it to me. And she told Mark, don't write nothing down to go with it. And because she said that I know what to do with it. And when I seen it and put it together, I seen what was going on here. So we're about to put it together. Now keep in mind, Rod told you we're dealing with the black hand. The black knight. Hello. Hey, Tahuti. See, Tahuti didn't give me I gotta stay focused. This shit is serious, man. Gotta stay focused, Tahuti. I get 2 points, Tahuti, for that. This the Black Knight. And remember, they told you in the Martin Lawrence movie, the Black Knights were Moors. Right? I'm telling you, man, look. This shit is right before your face. I'm telling you. Now, keep in mind, this right here was the white queen, Queen Elizabeth. This shit is high powered accurate. This right here is the Pope. Yeah, that's how we right. But keep in mind the Black Queen and the Black Knight. Now, on this side, we had two types of setups. Well, both the chief and his queen rule on this side, on the west. Okay. We had our knights. Keep it in mind, the knights move in the L circle. So we can come from right here. Boom, boom. He gonna come right there. He gonna come right there. Now, this little piece here is the young elder, the baby. Oh yeah, that's it right there. Now, we got a couple puns. Tahuti, we see what's going on. Hey, keep in mind, all high-power alchemists take notes. Tahuti's always taking notes. That's why you see him with a pad writing shit down. I told y'all, man. We ain't gonna be repeating shit. You know what I'm saying? All right, so we going. Cause them puns about to get ready to advance. The puns about to advance. Cause the queen has fallen. But the real queen still standing, see? The Black Knight. But the front man went down. The front man's. Keep in mind what this is all about. Now, we pick this up in Belize. No, not Belize, Cosmere. Right? Because we wanted to buy something to bring back. And then something just told me to buy this. I got a wire on it. On one side. There's some high power shit on this side. Yeah, to hold it. We see what's going on. Now on this side, it's got the calendar. Now keep in mind, I don't know if you can see that, the Mayan calendar. Now keep in mind the setup we got here. These two pillars represent Joshan and Boaz. Hey, Rod see what's going on. I know Rod see it. Rod a high-powered alchemist. It's a whole bunch of other high-powered alchemists out here that see what's going on. But this is Courtside seats with Tahuti. I think we got that set up, but yeah. Now let's talk on this. Because you got to keep in mind the young still working at Alchemy, man. Hey, Mark. I'm telling you, we got them. We got them. This is it. We got the grid locked in. Now, let's talk about this, because this is what Tahuti wants you to know. Imagination is what gives us the soul, the Ba, right? It's what gives us the soul, the imagination. That's why James Brown couldn't do none of that shit that he did without imagination. Or he had to watch another guy and imagine that he was that guy and reiterate his moves. Imagination is the number one key skill in alchemy. See what I'm saying? And so imagination is what gives us our soul. Imagination. Let's look at the word. Let's break the word down. The nation, right? Check this out. So the people who create new shit, the people who are imaginative type people are the people who the gods. They the gods. They the people who can pull new shit down, really, but it really ain't new, to pull things down to this dimension, to the third dimension. And like I said, keep in mind, all high-powered alchemists always take notes. Tahuti took notes. He the number one guy in the whole gang. Shit. So my wife say, why you ask so many questions? I don't ask that many questions. She just said, why you ask so many questions, right? But I say, I'm just taking notes. When she say, why you asking all these questions? I'm taking notes. I'm writing this shit down in my head so that I can go back to my notes like Tahuti always do, and see what the equation might have been off. Yeah. So, but the main topic for tonight is courtside seats with Tahuti. You hear it? Yeah. Tahuti laugh, man. I'm telling you, he like to laugh. We'll get to your questions in a minute. Keep in mind, the queen has fallen. The pope, the bishop. We ain't have none of that over here on this side. We ain't have no popes and bishops. They brought that from that's the knights and the black hand. They come from over there with it. Religion come from the east, not from over here. We didn't have no religion. What's that? That's what we talk. That's what we told them when they said, oh yeah, we got this religion. Oh, what's that? We don't know what that is. We spiritual nature beings. You know what I'm saying? We never turned our gun on a bird. We didn't eat birds over here. We didn't eat birds. Birds were considered spiritual animals to us, spiritual living creatures to us. Eagles, all the different types of birds. So we didn't eat birds. We ate buffalo. We ate, certain things. And keep in mind, you wonder why all you Nubians over here like to barbecue, for the ones that ain't vegan. And y'all, some of you vegans, cook your stuff on the grill, but you wonder why y'all like to barbecue. Why? Because we as natives we never fried our meat in grease. They brought that from over there. We always smoked our meat. Roast and smoke. We always caught natural grazing animals. We didn't lock them in a pen, then raise them and say, "Oh, these my cows, and I'm gonna sell you and tell you what you gonna pay for a slice of cow." This type of game. But it's time. They're being exposed, man. The time calls. They're being exposed. Tahuti already pointed it out. So we had the chief and the woman, the chief's wife was like the chief too, really. What she said was like what the chief said. So we didn't have bishops. We had what you call a medicine man which when they brought their religion over here, he became known as a witch guy, warlock guy, and he got to be burned at the stake in the name of Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, this is the game. So we had our own doctors, which they became. If you said, okay, I'll join on with you black hand guys and get a license, I'll become a practitioner so I can practice on people. Some of this shit might go over your head. But a lot of this stuff ain't me talking, it's Tahuti. Because you courtside seats with Tahuti. I'm telling you, man. Because I don't know none of this shit. I'm telling you. So, yeah, that's what you see what the game is. We in the West, and they come with their front man. They front man, we knew they was front man. But because we were so restless, fighting them back and forth, we knew who they was. But some kind of way along the line, they turned everybody white. Like John Hanson, who was really one of the first black presidents, Nubians, or for you niggas down like that, more president before George Washington. And this is tricky. This is where it get tricky. But they must have come over here looking for some type of thing, because every time I trace it back, it seemed like it was always dealing around the gold. Which is why we got the gold flakes in the board. This game is gold, because God really is gold and dope, man. As in dopamine. You know what I'm saying? What did you got that can release dopamine in your brain? That's what I'm talking about, man. You see? We got some high power alchemists in here tonight. It says hey, bird. Nah, we ain't eating, man. Them niggas, we ain't eating no birds, man. I'm telling you, that Thanksgiving shit is the only time we ever seen a big ass turkey like that. And that was them, the black hand, who we helped out when they came over here. Now keep in mind, let's roll this back. Let's rewind. Tahuti say, let's rewind. Time, 1492, 1476, where they met up in Timbuktu. Yeah, that's right. We got you. And you shook hands with these boys over here and said that if you be our front man, we'll give you all the gold, all the land which you see. Which was a lie anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because you are a porch guy. We can't say the other word. You are a porch guy, a front man. You a servant to your brother. You know what I'm saying? Cannon. Yeah. Cannon. To you Hamites who really inlives connection. How he got up in there. That's why they came out of that part through Ham doing you know what he did in the tent. We got to keep it clean. You know what he did in the tent to Noah. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to break it down for you from our Bible guys. We ain't have the horse on this side is really not a knight. Because we didn't have knights. They had knights. Right? We had warrior spirits who's the brave ones, like Shining Brave, amongst our people who took arms, and really it was all the man. It really was all the man. Even the chief was right there with these people on the front line. Keep in mind, if you're just not coming in, this baby is me with the green. Keep in mind the green, elaborate greens. Because we're vibrating on the green light. That's what we're trying to get you to, man. This green light. So this is high power shit, man. Courtside seats with Tahuti. All right. So, like we said, we wind 1476. They come over, say we're gonna use you guys as our front man. We're gonna clean you up, pull you out the caves, make you our front man, put you a suit on, a suit and a tie, because the Moors wore a suit and ties. They wore zoot suits and these type of suits. The Moors, we didn't wear suits over here. We wore, moccasins. They wore boots over there. Boots and wooden shoes. They put their guys, the guys that they were trying to help. They gave them wooden shoes and wigs. And then they also wore wigs. These Moors, because they started the wig. And keep in mind the 200 fallen in this connection. These Moors who landed in Aura or Chaldea, one of Chaldea. That's what Moor really means, not Morenos. That word that goes back. That word is a new word, Morenos. Later, the word Moor, M-U-U-R, is the niggas who landed in Aura at Murdoch's wedding. 200 fallen niggas. Well, it was 300 of them originally, and then 200 of them invaded from Mars. That's right. That might be too heavy for my guys that ain't up to speed. All right, so yeah, if you're just not tuning in, you see what we got going on. We got the grid set up. Shout out Mark Cooper's daughter, who sent us the pack. Right, so we locked in the grid, and then once what they did is before that though, a little bit after that, they were coming over here, and they weren't using they didn't really start using these guys. Really, they were fixing them up and getting them set up. They really didn't start using them until probably like the militia type guys, because the Moors took these guys here out of the caves, and they started using the militia, making them a militia, because barbaric, the Viking type niggas, to where they could send them after people, and people, a lot of the Moors or other beings didn't want to fight these type of beings. We really wasn't no fighters really over here. We didn't have to fight over here until they came. These people from the east. These people from the east. And what they was doing is they was after our birthrights. Keep in mind, Esau, birthrights, Jacob, all this birthright shit. Keep in mind, the birthrights is dealing with money when you sum it up. What money? Gold, because gold is real money, not fiat. So it must have been some gold involved with this, going all the way back to the Anunnakis, where they said they were coming to get some gold to take back to their planet, to tighten it up, to keep the three suns from coming in, and to Nubaru because it had crashed and they needed some gold to repair certain parts of it, right? So it's all going back to gold. These knights, when they come over here, Hernando Cortez, who really was a mulatto, what you would call like a Puerto Rican or Taino type dude today, like Fat Joe type. But he really was one. He was supposed to be one of us, but he had influence from these dirty Moors. The Black Hand, he was a puppet, and they come over here, seeing how much gold we had. Because keep in mind, Inky brought us all the gold on this side. Inky was stealing the gold and bringing it over here. Then, not to mention all the gold when the pole shift happened, all the gold that was laying on the ground, gold nuggets. Why you taking? They got a team called the Denver Nuggets. Because the Colorado Mountains, it was just like, because when then Ertu came over here, he went back and told Enlil, he said, man, you ain't gonna believe this, Enlil. Man, it's so much gold just laying on the ground, nuggets, like nuggets. Over by Michigan, Lake Michigan, where the Great Lakes at, it was a whole bunch of gold laying right there. See, the Great Lakes wasn't even right there at this time. They dug that out. The Anunnakis dug the Great Lakes out. That's why it's one of the biggest lakes in the United States. They dug Lake Pontchartrain out down in Louisiana. That's why it's one of the biggest lakes. So it was gold and other minerals they were looking for down in them cuts. So they dug it out. Them joints deep, you know what I'm saying? And huge. Yeah, so we had a whole bunch of gold over here. These guys got over here, figure out how much gold we got, and they went crazy. The first guy to come over here though, right? And we got to check it. We got to wonder was these guys dirty or not because they were Moors. Abu Bakr and Mansa Musa. The Kentes. The Kentes under Abu Bakr sell over to America, Mexico, or Turtle Island, and get gold. And they come to, and he go back and give his brother like a tenth of what he had because he came back over here and lived over here and stayed over in the Mexico. But when he took his brother of a tenth of what he had. His brother became the richest guy in the world, and he was from Africa. How you come over to America and get gold and go back to Africa and become the richest guy in the world if the gold ain't over here? See, somebody trying to switch us up and 3-card molly us. They're trying to 3-card molly us, Tahuti. So Mansa Musa is the richest guy still to the date. Today. And he come over to America and go back to Africa. His brother, Abu Bakr, brings him gold and he becomes the richest guy that ever lived. Now, how's that happening if they came over here? So if he's the richest guy that ever lived, and Mansa Musa only got a tenth of what we had over here, or a tenth of what his brother was able to carry back to him. How rich were we over here? Is what they ain't telling you, bro. It's something they ain't telling us over here, man. How rich was we? How rich are we over here? If they came over here and took a little bit, whatever they could carry, whatever we allowed, we loaded their ship down. Like Abu Bakr had like 3,000 ships full of Mandingos, and we loaded their ship down till it was almost about to sink on all of them. Loaded all their ships down till they about to sink, man. And they said, Abu Bakr said, man, we ain't gonna make this trip back. So he sailed up the Mississippi River, all the way down from Louisiana. Because you go from the bottom of Louisiana all the way up to the Mississippi, you could go the Mississippi is the bloodline and the heartline of our land. And they knew that. That's why we protected the Gulf. That's why Ross said you had to come to the Gulf in order to get checked in. You couldn't go into the west or the east, from the west or the east, because we was already fighting them on the bump left. We was fighting them on the bump left. Noble Drew Ali said they bumped from the left. Nigga said his own and we there. Right? So we was fighting on bump left. So anybody that didn't come and check in here it was a war on the land, man. Non-stop action. You know what I'm saying? So how did we fall to these guys? How did we fall to these guys who came over and we made them the richest guys in the world? At least that's what they tell us. If y'all the richest guys in the world, how rich were we over here? It had to be some people over here richer than Abu Bakr now. Some natives. And I'm gonna tell you, that's why if you go look at those Shoshone people, not the Shoshone, they call the Lakota people. It's another name they go by too. The same tribe that what's that brother name that played basketball? Kyrie Irving. Right? They was over South Dakota. It was a war. Once they found out that Abu Bakr, the Knights of Templar, found out Abu Bakr had gold in that mountain, they started a war with them people to get them off their land. You can go look it up, man. Go look it up. I can't remember exactly what year it is off the top of my head right now. Maybe Tahuti help me out. I think it was like 1920 something, 1918. Something like that, where they had a war to get them off that land because Abu Bakr set up there and put gold, but that's a whole nother tie-in. So they knew that they had gold over here. So what they started the gold rush. Keep in mind, King George, and I should have put a black king falling right here. Should have put a black king falling right there because that's king. That black king represents King George. King George was the last Moorish king really that allowed them to take the game. King George III was the last Moorish king that allowed them to take the game. Some people say 1492,
the Granada, Queen Isabella and Ferdinand. Nah, when they really counted the game is when they got King George III, who was the last black king or Moorish king. When they took them boys out, wiped his whole family out, they replaced him with these people. This is 1837. This really when they like they started using these people before that, but 1837 is when these people came into power after they wiped out the original family that was in their house, King George and them. And what they did is they took Prince Edward, which was King George's son, and they said that he had a baby by another chick, and then they killed him. He never did even make it to the baby's birth because he was going to tell them that, hey, that ain't my baby. And before he could even make it there, the knights, and you know who them boys is, the knights took him out, Prince Edward. And they don't kill just by stabbing you up and cutting you up because you see them with the sword. These people are high power alchemists. They are high power alchemists, man. These people, you see, they use paws and all kind of shit. You see, and this lady right here, the first bloodline of these people that started taking over the Moorish Empire is Queen Victoria. That's when they usurped them. They usurped George family with Queen Victoria, and then they brought the Pope in, and they worked side by side as the front mans for this new game. And then that bloodline goes all the way up to the late Queen, who just, her bloodline goes back to that first usurp, which is not the original family from George. They're not even kin to George. They're not even kin to George. They kin to Derus. Queen Victoria was a Deru. Go look up Queen Isabella, 400 pounds. I mean, not Queen Isabella, my bad. Victoria, Queen Victoria at 400 pounds. And that's what that Bible said, that was a gene called the Deru gene, where these people get fat ankles and obesity. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So they worked their way up to the Queen, late Queen is Elizabeth, who we ain't gonna speak on that part. You just see what it is. But if you go back, Bible talk about his great granddaddy, the Mahdi. The Mahdi was taking over Sudan. Like he was becoming prominent in Sudan. And this during the time when these Moors control that area, the dark-skinned Moors. But they used Queen Isabella and them to try to usurp that part of the town because they wanted to get gold from over there too. So they wanted to take over Sudan. And that's when the Mahdi had that war against the Queen to get them out of Sudan. He beat them, right? Go back and do the history. All right. But they wanted to bring in their Christianity. And check this out. Go back, Sudan is split into two places now. It's like North Sudan and South Sudan. And if you ever go to Sudan, you'll see that why is it a North and South Sudan, just like North and South Korea? Well, you'll find out that one half is the Christianity, the Roman Catholic influence, the North. And then the South is still held by the original people, the Ansar laws, who are from the Mahdi bloodline, who keep the original traditions. I'm telling you, man. And so it's like Christianity versus Islam in Sudan, North versus South type of shit. And this is the same thing. Oh, my bad. Let me go back to the thing, because this is the same thing that happened in ancient Kemet with upper and lower. It was always a religion that came in and separated the bunch. It was a religion, some kind of religion. Oh, I'm gonna worship Amun Ra. Oh no, nigga, I'm gonna worship Amen. Oh, I'm gonna worship Atun, which is all the same, nigga, really. And, oh, I'm gonna worship Osiris. Oh, I'm gonna worship Satuk. And this caused a division. Now it's upper and lower. But like I say, with when my father came on the scene, he tried to say break all it and reunite Upper and Lower Kemet and say, oh no, nigga, that's one God, and he alone shall ye serve, type of thing, to break the separation between our people. They smart, man. They know how to work. They know how to work this system. They know how to work this system, but it happened in ancient Kemet to make an upper and a lower, because the original people down in upper, which was really lower, because keep in mind, like I say, for you people, you scholars that already know, the Nile flows up, so upper really was a lower, and that's where the Twa man come from, and most of the pharaohs down there were Twa man, like Akhmos them, who chased the Hyksos out of ancient Kemet. This might be too much information on one tape, man. Just a lot of shit to go. We're going all over the place. But this is the group. We set that grid up, and like I said, them two pillars represent Josh and Boaz. You had courtside seats with Tahuti. Yeah. So where were we? To make a long story short, it's all about gold, man. They came over here to get some gold because they heard about how rich and everybody that was coming over here getting super rich off us, like they still doing today, calling ourselves black, and Koreans sell us hair, Iranians sell us gas. What else they selling? Russians selling us air and our tires now because they own the tire shops. So like everybody's getting rich off us, and because we the richest people in the world, we the Jews of the earth, we the salt, we the cream of the crop, like Elijah Muhammad told you niggas. Trying to get it over to you, but y'all let the devil poison y'all head, just like he did all of our leaders, just like they do all the rest of our leaders. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. So yeah, they come over and they try to separate us, and but it was religion was the main instrument that they used every time, all the way back to ancient Kemet, all the way back to the Anunnakis, and their whole game was to get gold. So they telling you about some religion, and they talking about, and back on the backside and the undercut and the black hand and in the back that you don't feel, they looking for gold. They putting their hand out for some gold. They gold diggers, man. It ain't about no religion. This is about gold. That's why when you go to court, they talk about a separation between religion and state. And the thing is, because they are about the gold. How much gold can we get out of you? That's why they call, when you make a crime, they call it a charge. If they ain't dealing with energy, assault and battery. Why got to be a battery? What does a battery got to do with kicking somebody's ass, whooping somebody's ass? It should be a can of ass whooping, open up or something. They should rename that shit. Why they using the word battery if it ain't talking about some kind of form of energy? You see, assault and battery, this and battery. They're talking about battery and charges. They should tell you that this is some type of form. This is bigger than money. Really, it's about stealing your energy. That's what it's about. And like I say, this ain't me talking to you. This Tahuti. You courtside seats with Tahuti. Tahuti tapped into me. I'm a channel. I'm telling you, Young Elder's channel, man. Young Elder's a channel. You know what I'm saying? You just tuned into the right channel tonight. See? You see? Yeah. So it ain't about money. It's about stealing your energy. That's why when they get you and lock you into their modern day prisons, they call jails, and they put you into a cell. What is a cell? Don't a battery have cells? What is a cell? And then they go into making it all concrete, in which they know, if you know anything about batteries, if you set a battery on a concrete, the battery would drain. You see? So it's all about stealing our energy. But they can't steal our soul, though. What is the soul? Imagination. That's what Tahuti said, imagination. It's part of the soul. That's what makes us who we are. That's what makes Dion do his high step and wear his glasses the way he do and talk the way he talk and walk the way he walk. You know, it's his swag, it's his personality. We got that personality is from imagination. Like the imagination stimulates the personality, and the personality it becomes an impression that you leave on this side because people are gonna remember you from your personality. You see, so keep in mind, use your imagination to create new things. Use your imagination. It says, hey, we'll take some questions, man. How long we been on? 40 minutes. We got about 20 minutes. You got about 20 minutes with Tahuti. We challenge. Yeah, hey, like I say, don't let them steal your energy. Realize when people are trying to steal your energy and pay them no mind. And if you resist the devil 3 times, because you got to click your heels 3 times to go home, Dorothy. Do you waive your rights? No, I don't waive my rights at any time, any place. Like, I'm going to love you, baby. I don't waive my rights at all. 3 times. Click your heels 3 times and go home, Dorothy. Yeah, Victoria. That queen, white queen that's falling right there starts with Victoria and it ends with Elizabeth. And that pun starts with going back to the Pope who signed the Spanish Inquisition, 1478. And then all the way up to the Pope that they using now as a dummy. They set him up and hook him up and make him wave and shit like a robot now. The new Pope. I'm telling. Hey man, Rod sent me that, man. I was like, man, look at this. They using androids now. These boys going all the way out. These Enlil's gang. Enlil and his gang. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Enlil and his gang going all the way out to try to make the last move. But we know that Broad Hayes explodes the black hand. He really put it on him, man. He really got him. I'm telling you. And we saw, okay, all right, now these guys. Once we saw them guys, these guys fell. Once we saw these guys and these guys got exposed, these guys fell. So we ain't dealing with these guys no more. Now we head on in this conjure. We head on in this conjure, man. What they still looking for though? Gold. They need gold. They need money. Like I said, real money is gold. Keep in mind. So they came for the gold, and we still got a lot of it, obviously, over here. So what they ain't telling us, and why they had to get all of them airplanes to fly all that gold back from the Vatican back to America. And I don't believe that was all of it, because at that city, we got a gold city. We got a whole city under Mount Rushmore made of gold. A pyramid. Man, they saw this gold down there. They tried to move some of it. They left it. They just left it because when they started trying to move it, an earthquake took the ground started shaking. So they just left it there. And they guard it. The knights guard it. And keep in mind, we already pointed out to you who the knights are. The alphabet boys. You know who the alphabet boys, man. The crooks in action. They guard that base. They got a base there. And they guard the entrance to the gold city. So what they ain't telling you, man, how rich we is over here on the land. Because if somebody told us, and the master teacher said it to us too, he said that he was making a joke about it because we was talking about African shit then, and he was like, yeah, so God put a lot of all these natural resources under the African feet. So he intended for the African to be the richest guy in the world. But then we go along to say that an African came over here and got gold from us. And we know why that happened, though, because Inky brought the gold over here, right? So the master teacher pointed that out, too. So Inky would start bringing gold over to America. And that's really the gold that Abu Bakr was getting. So not only did that gold was over here, they brought more gold over here. So like I said, the Anunnakis, right? They was over here digging for gold, like I said. So we just wanted to point that out. Yeah, if you got in late, you're gonna have to rewind this because there was some Tahuti been dropping some high heat up in this joint, man. I don't remember what all was being said. But it's some hot heat that Tahuti dropping at 11 o'clock. Yeah, so we got the why. And keep in mind, why is not a it's really not a question, it's a complaint. It can become a question because people ask why. Then you ask who. Tahuti. You say Tahuti. You say Ty, who is Ty? Who? Tahuti. I'm telling you, man. Who created force and will? T is the older family of the Natharus. And then the Rays become the next family. So it's the T's, then the Rays, as Mother Nanti, who is really Hathor, who comes back as Hathor, Mother Hathor, who conceptualized the first classified human being in her own womb. So we are Mother Nanti's children as well. For some of you who come down from the Homo, the Homo project, the Homo sapien project. We got any questions, man? Before we get up out of here, with the crack heads and twist caps, courtside seats with Tahuti. Hey, Mark, you see what's going on? Hey, Mark, y'all see what's going on? Yeah, little brother. The baby's back, nigga. The baby's back. I'm telling you. The little baby is back. Cracking heads and twisting caps. A news baby. We have a chance to forge for ourselves a new world order. A news world order. Yeah, that's right. And that George W. Bush knew what he was saying. That's why in 1992, he signed Indigenous Rights Act for the people on the land. And that's why when he died, he gave them all a note saying, F you, they know everything. He came clean on his deathbed to try to heal some of that karma debt that he gonna have to face. But I'm sorry to tell you, old Bush, that wasn't good enough. That wasn't good enough. You frank your own guys on your deathbed. That wasn't good enough. Because the blood of the saints is on your hands. The blood of the saints. And when those saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in. Yeah. We high power alchemists on the land. Some people scared of shit like this. And they think, oh, it's witchcraft. Because they, like I say, religion divide us up. Just like North and South Korea. Or just like, South Sudan and North Sudan. Or this or that, the Republic. It's all divided. So if religion, I should tell you religion is Satan's kingdom. Because religion is divided. It divides us up. It divides and conquers us. The whole place was conquered by religion. And but they ain't the people that's conquering it with religion. They don't give a damn about no religion. They coming about some gold. You heard what I'm telling you? Don't let this go over your head. They come and talking about some gold. They don't give a damn about no religion. They want to give you that so they can brainwash you, get you into some, get your pie in the sky while they get with their shit on the planet. You know what I'm saying? While they tell you, they come with the religion, tell you get your pie in the sky while they scoop your gold out your back pocket and say, yeah, nigga, you gonna get that pie in the sky and just give me some more of that gold. Give me some more of that gold. You gonna get your pie in the sky, religion. And you don't like Christianity? Oh, we got Islam for you. Oh, you don't like Islam? We got Judaism for you. We got a whole list of flavors in our Kool-Aid box, a whole popsicle box. We got red, orange, blue, and red, and green, and we got all the colors for you. Just take a pick. So whatever religion you can accept, you accept it, and then they take your gold. You know what I'm saying? You go up there and pay the preacher, don't you? I saw one preacher. We went to one church, right? And there was one preacher in there preaching, and they said he wanted your gold rings off your hand, or your $100 ring. If you love God and you want to get a blessing today, bring your ring, that physical thing that's worth a lot of money that you attached to. Bring it up here and put it in this bucket. And man, a lot of people start bringing their stuff up. There was some of them had $20,000 rings on. They start putting them in the bucket. The bucket was filled to the rim. And soon as the bucket got filled to the rim, he said, "Amen, praise God." And he got his guys that was deacons that was with him to scrape up them buckets, and they disappeared. Never heard from them again. Now, if that ain't the number one way to hijack somebody, using God. People use God to hijack people, man. And you never see it coming. People never see it coming, man. I'm telling you. People they use God to hijack our goal. I'm telling you, man. And it goes all the way back, like I said, to the Anunnakis. They came with religion to steal our goal. I'm telling you. Worship me, bow before me. I am Almighty God. I am Almighty Ra. I am Almighty Enlil or Inky or whoever. You know? So Almighty Joffrey Joffer. You know what I'm saying? Shit is crazy. What time is it, man? Hey, Tahuti, we ain't gonna go past 12. Tahuti said don't go past 12 midnight. We gotta lock this in for midnight. Man. We ain't go past 12, Tahuti. We start at 11, don't go past 12. Because my time really out. Because my calendar, my incense burnt out. I was supposed to cut with the time, with the incense. But Tahuti took over, and we telling you a lot of stuff, man. It's a lot of stuff in this. What we gonna say before we get out of here? Because we only got like a couple more minutes. Watching that clock, Tahuti. All right, so yeah. So the long story short is, like I say, religion. They gave you that. While they steal your money out your back pocket. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you. That's the whole game. They don't give the people that's selling you the shit don't give a damn about it. They more interested in you accepting it so they can get some money, get your gold. And you get your pie in the sky, nigga. Get your pie in the sky. I'm telling you. When you go to heaven, don't store your treasures up on the earth. The people that wrote that shit is the same people who coming over to steal our gold. And they telling us don't get the treasure. Man, how do they get us? It's